So tell me about what you've been talking about so far at the forum.
Yeah, so lots of conversations about energy. Innergex being a renewable energy company, that's what we do here in the province. We have a lot of operating assets, but also keen to build a lot more. And so very much focused on seeing what those opportunities can be, building on the government's Clean BC plan that was announced last December. What are the opportunities around electrifying the other resource sectors to help them be as low carbon as possible? And we are very proud of the projects we do in partnership with the host Indigenous community. So keen to see where those synergies are so we can have win-win-wins that help everybody get ahead.
Absolutely. That seems to be a theme of the event and the interviews that we've been doing so far.
Yeah.
What has changed the most for you over the last year?
For us at Innergex, it's been dealing with our growth. So we're here in British Columbia, and people may know us from that, but we're actually a Canadian company that have assets across our country. We've been expanding globally though, so today we've got a bunch of assets in the United States, in Chile, in France, in Iceland. We're wind dominant now in our portfolio for the first time. We started in hydro, so it's been building on what we've done in Canada, what we've done here in BC, how we can do that globally, and then how we can bring what we're learning globally back into British Columbia. And an example of that is just before Christmas we signed some PPAs, power purchase agreements with the utility in Hawaii to do solar storage projects. So we're starting to see storage now become commercially competitive, and that's something we're really keen to see how we can deploy here in British Columbia.
Oh, exciting times. Excellent. What are some of the biggest issues, would you say, so far at this year's forum?
I think the thematics of things people are concerned about or looking for guidance on is certainty. It always comes up. So we've got a huge amount of change that's happening in our society, in our legislative process. So looking at how we're going to navigate that as business, as government, as Indigenous communities, and work through what reconciliation means and how we find a way through that again works for everybody. Absolutely necessary work that needs to happen. And I think we all have to remember too, it's going to take time. It took a long time to get to where we are today. It's going to take time to work through going forward, and we all need to be working together and listening and building forward. So.
Absolutely, and this is, I think, all part of that process.
Absolutely.
So speaking of which, why is it important to you to participate in the forum in Prince George?
A few reasons. So I used to work with both Dan and Jepson and Sarah Weber, so it's always nice on a personal level to support my former colleagues. For Innergex, it's important for us because this is a province that we've got 22 operating assets in. We're about 8 to 10% of the electricity in the grid at any given time, so we have a role to play in being part of this conversation. We're a resource sector, same as mining and forestry, and it's important to know where those other sectors are going and where we have shared challenges and shared opportunities and where we may differ to see where we need to build more synergies or understanding. So.
Very interesting. Yes. Colleen, anything else that you'd like to share with us?
No, I think we're just really excited to see how BC can really build on this strength and lead Canada to show how inclusive, collaborative resource development that meets our climate targets is something that's possible, and we can do it. We are doing it, and there's more to come.